today's Whiteboard Leadership moment, I want to talk to you about designing organizational systems. And I've got a definition of a system right here, straight from the dictionary, that a system is a collection of elements or components organized for a common purpose. Every organization has systems. Some of those systems are strategic systems, some are operational, some are for movement across different things, and some is for management of existing things. Some of it is just to create an environment, some is for excellence, some is for expansion, but every good organization has systems. What we try to do at Converge is take those systems and move them across our departments so that all the departments have some common systems. Having common systems allows us to have common training. It allows us to have common language. It allows us to have a lot of commonality and understanding across different systems. In Converge, we have 7 systems that we focus on. I'm going to give you this example, and I'll explain some church ones in just a minute. 7 systems of Converge. The first is spiritual dynamics. We want to make sure that whether you're in international ministries, or if you're in church planting, or if you're in strengthening, or if you're in biblical diversity, or communication marketing, we want to make sure that you're spiritually strong. We want to make sure that what we're trying to do is lead in ministry from an overflow of our walk with Christ, and not just because we're good, have good tactics, and have good trainings. And so we want to have spiritual dynamics. That's followed by recruitment, finding new people for the organization. Some of that is free agency, finding people who are out there not connected, and some is farm systems, things like residencies and things like that we're trying to do. Next, we have assessment. You'll find in Converge, we have assessments in all our different departments. And so we have one in church planting, we have one in church strengthening, we have one in ministry, international ministries. We're going to have one in biblical diversity. We're just going to have those assessment systems that help us to figure out how healthy they are, and are they ready for the different things we want them to do. Next, we have trainings. Training and coaching are different. Training is about a one-time event. They go to it one time, and it really helps them. Coaching is an ongoing kind of process. And so we have both those. And then resourcing, this is about the finances. This is about the marketing communications. These are all the different things that come behind the scene to move things forward. And then finally, mutual accountability. No organization or no individual can stand alone. So we have to have other people who are walking the walk with them. These are 7 systems that we have in our church planting office. And like I said, in our strengthening office, as well as our international ministries and other offices. And here's why we do it. Because we know one day missionaries will come off the field and they'll want to be local church pastors. And if they have to have a different system to be a local church pastor than be a missionary, if the terminology is different, if the training is different, if the assessment is different, they don't have those kind of things, they'll have to learn a whole new system. We don't want that. We want a fluid move from one part to another, or a church planter who becomes an established church pastor, or an established church pastor who becomes a church planter. You see how this really helps us. Now, in the local church, there are some easy ways to figure out systems. Now, I know you have things like children's check-in. That's not the kind of system I'm talking about. I'm talking about, for example, in volunteer training. Every ministry needs volunteers. So what are your systems? I would suggest to you that perhaps you have a recruiting system, a training system, a retaining system, and a reproduction system. Or how about your maturity pathways? At Sun Valley, when I was the pastor there, it was come, grow, serve, go. Come to the weekend, get involved, and come to Christ, get involved in groups and relationship, get involved in ministry, and get involved in outreach, inviting others into the ministry. These are systems that went across every ministry, children's ministry, student ministry, adult ministry, because it worked. It just worked. And having the same system allowed us to have common training, common language, common everything. I think designing organizational systems that go across the board, across your departments, across the different ministries would be a great thing for every organization to do. This has been a Converge Whiteboard Leadership Moment. To learn more about Converge or to join us, check out converge.org.